Well, it would seem like Ubisoft is going for some troubles again, bowing its head in shame. This is Levistro, the Dragon of Cyberspace, coming to you with all news, tips, and tricks within the gaming spectrum. If you like my work, which is support, please hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell. Share this video so we can push out to the algorithm, and join us every night, 10:30 Central Time PM for Levistro Plays. It would seem like Ubisoft's executive committee and board of directors are not happy with Ubisoft's direction. The news came via a company financial statement and update, which included the delay of Assassin's Creed Shadows and the announcement of Star Wars Outlaws Unperformed. The statement read, in light of recent changes, we acknowledge the need for greater efficiency while delighting players. As a result, beyond the first important short-term actions undertaken, the executive committee, under the supervision of the board of directors, is launching a review aimed at further improving our execution, notably in this player-centric approach, accelerating our strategic path towards a higher performance model to benefit our stakeholders and shareholders. First, let me address some of the polarized comments around Ubisoft lately. I want to reaffirm that we are an entertainment first company creating games for the broadest possible audience, and our goal is not to push any specific agenda. We remain committed to creating games for fans and players that everyone can enjoy. Sadly, I do not think they are a entertainment focused company anymore. Current and former Ubisoft employees informed Insider Gaming that the move was inevitable and the writing was on the wall, as many Ubisoft studios have been struggling due to poor management, and there were several reports by Insider Gaming in the past, as Ubisoft stock prices have been falling consistently to an all-time 11-year low after Assassin's Creed's delay. Ubisoft's fall continues in a new historical way on Thursday, the first day of trading since announcing Assassin's Creed Shadows has been delayed until February 2025. Seeing Ubisoft prices on the London Stock Exchange fall to an 11-year low. Currently, at the time of this video, Ubisoft stock prices sit at 9.28 per share. It's the first time since November 2014 that shares have fallen under 10. Current trading price is at a near 20% fall of yesterday's decade low price. To add to the bad news, Ubisoft's market cap sits at just about 1.27 billion. Just over 3 weeks ago, it was 1.99 billion, and this is in euros, by the way. Trading US hasn't opened. In the US, the last reported shares at Wednesday night was just $2.25 per share. If the London market has any indication, a drop in the US could also be expected. This couldn't come at a more inconvenient time, as Ubisoft workers are encouraged to strike over the return to office mandate within the main headquarters of Ubisoft in France. STJV, Syndicat des Travailleurs et Travailleuses de Jeux Vidéo, and I hope I said that right in French, made calls for a strike over a 3-day period in October. According to the union, the decision to mandate a return to office policy without any tangible justification or consultation with workers' representatives. After more than 5 years of working efficiently in the current work context, many of our colleagues have built and rebuilt their lives, family life, housing, parenthood, and simply cannot return to previous working conditions. This unit statement read, well, that means she should be fired. I'm sorry, but COVID is over. I don't even know why this is a thing. I really do not. You want to work from home, get a job that lets you work from home. But most companies, especially corporations, will require you to go to work because they need to make sure you're doing the job. This is probably one of the main reasons why Ubisoft has been failing in the production set. The goal of STJVs, for what they say, is they want a formal agreement on remote work and an increase in salaries to compensate for the drop in living standards in the last years, and a system where social dialogue instead of a system where management seems indeed to confuse monologue with dialogue. Well, sadly, while I do agree that Ubisoft is under poor management, that's pretty much how business is run. All commands from the tower. This even comes from the military. Management tells you what they need you to do, you do it. But it would not be wise to hold this strike, in my personal opinion. To clarify any argument, even according to Ubisoft's own records, as seen here, they actually do admit that Star Wars Outlaws has underperformed in expectations. Ubisoft has been hurting in stocks for a while now. It would be of no surprise if they expected Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed Shadow to bring them back up in revenue. This close to the end of the year, close to the holiday seasons, with two big of the biggest titles, Star Wars, which used to be known as the brand of brands, and Assassin's Creed, which has been for many years a historical fiction game. This all comes around after Ubisoft announced that they're announced that the discontinuation of the official Tokyo Game Show exhibition program. A spokeswoman for Ubisoft had stated that there are general circumstances in regards to the discontinuation. But yes, I am pretty sure that its continuation has nothing to do with the history of slander, disrespect, and, for lack of better terms, overall hate towards Japanese culture and history that has received the ire of not only gamers around the world, but of Japanese people, and including an investigation from the Japanese government. With Ubisoft pulling out Assassin's Creed Shadows from Tokyo's game show to announcing that they will be postponing the game until February 25th, 2025, I do not believe there's enough time to fix the inaccuracies, be it historical, Yasuke himself, SBI inclusion, or game bugs and stolen art. With these changes that Ubisoft has declared they're going to be making and the postponement of the launch date, I decided to go ahead and ask other seasoned game developers their opinion on what we could see for the changes for Assassin's Creed Shadows. And while they said they can't officially comment due to legal constraints, they speculate that Ubisoft will likely focus on polishing the gameplay of the major features that already exist and that are the bread and butter of the game, so that other parts of the game, the narrative and character choices, will seem like they aren't as bad since the game plays so well. And their hopes is they can get the game playing that well, since it appears they may have rested on the laurels of past successes, hoping that their track record would let the sloppy design slide. And I agree with this statement. Within the time frame of the postponed launch, the falling stock prices, failure of Star Wars Outlaws, and complaints of the many glitches within it, to the workers going on strike as they are being called back into the main offices, the shoddy work of past titles, it would seem like Ubisoft is trying to go back to the basics and trying to fix their core gameplay that makes Assassin's Creed a good game. After all, Baldur's Gate 3 has woke elements in it, and yet it is one of the best games, well beloved by both sides of the aisle. But what do you think, viewer? Do you think Ubisoft is trying to fix their mistakes? Do you think they're trying to polish up? Do you think Ubisoft will succeed, or do you think they're at risk of shutting down permanently? Put your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, happy gaming.